The real deal.
What's up, guys? Welcome to The Real Deal Airsoft. My name is Jake, and I have another spicy build video for you in this episode. A little disclaimer, everything in this video is airsoft. There are no real firearms, nothing's for sale, and this is a professional, safe environment. Airsoft replicas and paintball markers alike should be used in safe and approved locations. Let's bring it on. Which build are we talking about today? Yeah, that's right. The short, stubby Chodester MCX by VFC. A lot of things changed externally as well as internally, and this was more of a budget upgrade for my buddy Peck Airsoft. Shout out to him. I have a bunch of his replicas at my house, so we were like, let's make something work for indoor, something speedy, something that can keep up. So what do we got going on? Before we move on with the build overview, I just want to let you guys know that if you want to have more technical videos, more how-tos, more in-depth inside the gearbox action, head over to my Rumble account. You can find the link in the description below to the Rumble platform, and on there is where I'm going to be hosting more of my inside the gearbox videos. So for you guys that are tech hungry, you have to head over to my Rumble. It's completely free, and let's go over there and see the rest of that. But for the sake of the build overviews and all that general knowledge, it'll still be hosted here. But for you guys that want that extra depth of knowledge that YouTube does not allow, then feel free to head over to Rumble. It's up to you guys. Links in the description below. In the future, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dropping a build overview, and I'm going to be talking about the build. And then if you're curious about how it came to be, head over to Rumble and find out. Let's get back to the build. Elephant in the room. The first thing that you'll get from VFC on the Airsoft MCX is a collapsible stock that runs into the receiver. It's pretty cool. I like it, not bad at all, but it has some limitations. Definitely does. The length of pull, a little bit wobbly. This is attached via the Picatinny in the back. Really cool stuff. So check this out. Multiple points of adjustment right there. And then obviously it has the ability to fold. Really cool stock. First of all, it makes it look great. Has a nice soft pad on the back. You can really get a nice cheek weld on that. And that's the benefit, is that you actually get a cheek weld. The other stock,
not so much.
Moving forward, we do have the Stubby Mcx Rail. This wasn't cut or anything, this was purchased. We have an 11-1 sitting right in the top here that I converted to Dean's. And what do we got going on inside? Like I said before, this was more of a budget build, so meaning we didn't go balls to the walls. We kept it cool. So with this build, we went with the Real Deal Performance Piston Assembly. The Real Deal Performance Piston Assembly fits a little bit tight in the VFC shell, so the solution is to take some sandpaper, fold it, and what I did was I just ran it in the sides of the rails of the piston, and that made it butter smooth, and it's working. So that's rocking beautifully. Kept the stock cylinder head, did the Teflon Don mod, Teflon tape under the cylinder head O-ring. We kept the stock nozzle, stock hop-up unit, but we did have a custom cut 6.01 Type R in a barrel, and we also have a Maple Leaf 75-degree bucking on there. Pretty sure it's a Macron, really cool. And which MOSFET do we have? Peron Hybrid. I'm sure you guys can assume where you can find one of those. Link in the description below. And what bearings are we using? We're using Real Deal EZO steel shielded 8mm J-cage bearing. So that's a long sentence, but pretty much it's J-cage bearings with a shield on it by EZO stainless steel. Super high quality, running them in all my DSGs. And you can see on my website in one of the product photos, I peeled off the shield so that you can actually see the cage. From my testing and a lot of other techs testing, we found that the cage or the cage is the weakest bearing. So being that this build is specifically made for CQB games and close quarter fast gameplay, I really wanted to make sure that that cycle rate is going to be secured on something strong. So that's why we pulled out the VFC bearings and threw in the Real Deal bearing. The last thing that's driving this whole bad boy and giving this awesome trigger response is the Real Deal Golden Boy motor, 18 TPA. Depending on when this video comes out, you may head over to the website and see, oh my gosh, it's out of stock. It's okay, because I have a shipment coming right now, and these motors, they're not changing in price, but they're going to be coming with silver brushes. So that's an increase in quality, keeping the price the same. That's the Real Deal. One thing I didn't mention about this build was the gear set. All right, stock, we kept the stock gear set. Like I said, we wanted to keep the cost down on a lot of things, so we went with VFC gears. On the video in Rumble, I'm gonna talk to you about how it is shimming VFC gears. But if I were you, I would say, you know what? You definitely could get away with getting some SHS gears for 25 bucks, but it doesn't matter. The goal is to make the performance with what we had, all right, guys? So you guys in the comments might be saying, oh, use this, use that. We wanted to upgrade specific parts to get really good results, showing that you don't have to go so crazy. Hold up, cheek clappers, all right? We gotta do the testing, all right? The testing reports. We're gonna see how it shoots and how it performs out on the range. So without any further ado, let's head to the range.
You heard? The real deal.